Welcome to Ouachita, sounds and stories of the parish. I'm Ben.
I am your local anti-Donnie.
Why are we here, Donnie?
We're here to talk about Ouachita Parish, and this is called Ouachitalk.
It's a podcast idea for the voices, the music, and the memories of the parish.
Yeah, there's so much history here, and in every different category, Ben. Your visual artist, your music artist, your sculpture artist.
Eateries, local venues, people who bring the music to the people that aren't the musicians themselves.
Right. Well, one of the things we definitely want to discuss is people who are no longer with us. You have your John Luthers of the music scene.
Anthony
Militellos of the music scene.
Tito,
yes. So many talented artists who are not even with us anymore. Glenn Kennedy, and so on.
Amazing legends of our area. So when you think of our parish, what sounds come to mind?
The mosquitoes. I can hear the mosquito hawks in my mind.
The crickets.
The crickets.
The hum of the swamp.
The hum of the swamp. And the cicadas.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But there's also the talk of the people. Ouachita.
We're here to give everyone a platform to speak their story, to tell their truths, to speak their minds. We want to showcase local events and ongoings of the parish.
Yes, definitely. When Ben first came to me with the idea of a podcast, what sold me and what made me want to get involved was it's not just one category of art. It's not just music. It's not just visual artists.
It's all inclusive and it's region based. I mean, we want to exemplify everyone at their level of what they're doing and beyond.
Right. And then we want to stay specific to our area, and because there's so much here.
Yeah, there's plenty to talk about, hence the name Ouachita.
Yeah. So let's just back up a little bit, though. Let's back up a little bit, and you guys need to know why you're talking to Benjamin Robinson and Donnie Griffith to begin with. So let's start with Ben. What even got you started in your artistic ways?
I drew all the time from reading comics as a kid. Mom would drop me at the teller line at Walmart while she would go do her shopping, and I would look at all the comic books, but she wouldn't buy me any of them. So on my way home, I would draw everything I saw, and I realized I got a knack for that. And then one day at church, they were all in the back having a potluck, and I woke up from from sleeping and saw the drums were there, and no one was there to stop me. So I ran up there and started beating away, and it just snowballed into well, this is actually something that I can do that's therapeutical, and it's something that means a lot to me, and it allowed me to because I didn't really have a life, so to speak, so I had plenty of time to delve into honing in my skills. What about you, man? What was your introduction to music?
It, like a lot of what you said, it was an escape. And then I started junior high with John Luther and Jake Lee. And John Luther was already playing music. And so I called him on the phone, and he played some Nirvana over the phone. So I picked up my first instrument.
The rest was history.
The rest is history. You can Google a lot of what we both have done. Anywhere from swamp grass to painted trees to anti-Donnie to
a plethora of bands. I mean, we've been in and out of bands, so many bands. Matter of fact, the way we met one another was at the Olive Street, Trial Bar, Tsunami. At the time. It's had several monikers over time, but it's a big staple of our scene. So I had a show with a group called Penn. My buddy Jared Walters had said, "Hey man, we need a bass player." I said, "Dude, I'm down. Let's do it." Learned several covers and etc. A couple of originals. Went to play. Donnie and Anthony were there. They were playing. They didn't have a bass player. I don't know if you had an active bass player or just
we didn't have a bass player at all. And I sound checked these guys, right? Yeah. I sound checked them, and I said, "Your name is Ben, right? Ben, can you play bass for us tonight?"
My knee-jerk reaction was like, "No." nah, man, I don't know your songs. No offense, bro. I mean, and he's like, no, you've got this. He commenced to writing down what key or a few notes of the songs on bar napkins.
Yeah.
I laid those bar napkins on the ground at my feet and just kind of felt it.
Yeah.
And then so a couple of songs just kind of blew my mind because it was like, this is not your normal, taste of music. It wasn't cover songs. It was actually originals. And I was impressed. I was like, man, this is what's up. I'm down. So we shared several band names. The Kegels, the Bend Unknowns.
Yeah. Many of them. And back to some of the reasons why we want to call it Ouachitalk and where the name Ouachitalk comes from is it's the entire parish. We are going to have guests. We have friends who do things like handle animals.
Yeah, curators at the zoo.
Yeah.
We want them to be able to show their educational side of their art.
Yeah.
We have friends that have built their own skate parks.
Yes. Friends who own their own restaurants here locally.
Friends that make art out of unusual things.
Yes, definitely. Heather, she'll be a guest. And, Blair Sanders, she will be a guest.
And we want to have episodes featuring people who are no longer with us. We want to be able to tell their stories with accuracy, and we want to have members of their family be involved, and maybe ex-band members, things of that nature.
Stories, and all the way back at least to Cartoon Lounge, if not before then.
For sure.
Yeah, we just between us, we have history with the Cartoon Lounge, the Trial Bar, Tsunami, the Paraground, Scruffs, Cotton Port Coffee, Live Oaks, the Sanctuary, Blue Monkey. Oh, and Kenley.
Oh yeah, Kenley.
Kenley's our guy that you don't see yet, but he's in the background and he has so much local history as well.
Kenley's the glue.
The glue of this podcast. We'll have to do a little introduction with Kenley when we have him on.
I met Kenley because me and Brandon Ringo put on a show called the Monroe Music Fest. I met Kenley, his band at the time, Cynical,
yes,
and my band Bending Reason, and several other bands. It was Monroe Music Fest was a huge festival of music at the Monroe JCs. Actually, it was historically the last show that was ever featured at the Monroe JCs.
Oh,
and there's some interesting stories on why it was the last show.
Well, that'll be a whole episode
for sure.
So that's really awesome. And Kenley and I played a show together with when I was in a local band called Whiskey Bayou in 2006 before I went to Los Angeles.
I mean, the first time I met Whiskey Bayou, I was in Bending Reason. We had at the band rooms, we had a room upstairs. Whiskey Bayou always had the coolest room.
Yes.
Right in the middle of the sandwich, man.
Yes.
What an awesome room. I remember on the glass door, there was the logo.
The decal, yes.
The decal.
Yeah, Ray, Crazy Legs, the drummer for Whiskey Bayou, did all of our art.
Yeah, good job, too.
Yeah.
Stuff was awesome.
So, fast forward a little bit to now, where we're at. We got plenty of local music here.
Lots of stuff that's continuing. Older groups, younger groups, a very impressive roster of musicians. I think we compiled a list of 70-something artists.
Yeah, and between...
Can you believe that?
Yeah, between your list and my list, it's going to be about... Right now, we have 150 episodes planned. It's just amazing.
So you're not going to run out of content. And as we continue, it's just going to grow.
Yeah. And we want to hear from you as well. This is not all going to be planned out by us. You guys we'll come up with different ways for you to be participating with us, either phone calls or
stream you in. We want to be able to. And another thing, artists that are from here had their roots here that have left.
Yes.
And they've built amazing things in other places.
They may live in California or something, and they can stream in with us on these podcasts.
Oklahoma, Arkansas. We can stream them in remotely and still be able to discuss things that they've been through and that they've given to our scene.
Definitely. Definitely. I think that about sums it up for one episode.
We do want to include people. Feel free to comment suggestions of people that you may want to see on this platform.
Yes. Or if you yourself are an artist and are your parents. Yeah, like Ben said.
Reach out to us.
Reach out to us. And until next time, keep the sounds alive.